Good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. Today we're going to go ahead and do an intro on a brand new game that's coming to WAX, and they're actually teaming up with a OG style studio that's been on WAX for a very long time. So it's kind of neat to see these two coming together. I'm going to go through an intro. Obviously the game is not available yet, but I'll try and give you all the details that I can around the game. Also stick with the video because at the end of it I'm going to go ahead and tell you how to get a chance to win some raffle tickets to win some really cool prizes brought to you by FGL and Machiavellic. Before we jump into the video, I know I have to do everyone's least favorite part of the video and let you know this disclaimer. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Please make sure you do your own research before you jump into any project. Don't take my word or anything that's said in this video as financial advice or advice in any way. I'm just a gamer playing a game and reviewing games as part of this. I am not telling you to jump into any project or anything along those lines. Do your own research, make sure it's right for you. Go ahead and pause this video and read this thoroughly before we jump into it. All right, so let's get back to the video. So what is Machiavellic? It is going to be an MMO style game that basically an open world sandbox style game where you can go ahead and go and pillage and gather all bunch of stuff within this new planet. You can kind of design your own approach to the game. And it's also going to be built for the long term. So it's not just a simple clicker that you see really just started and produced and released within a few months. This is going to be similar, and please understand that I haven't played it yet, so I don't know all the details yet, but they're taking a similar approach that Avalon is as far as they're building for the long term and get as much entertainment out of it. They're not just looking to release a quick game and hoping to get a quick profit and run out the door, which is very appealing to me as obviously I focus on entertainment value from the Web 3.0 space. So that's why I wanted to go ahead and highlight this. And again, they are teaming up with FGL, which is going to be a huge addition to it because there's another use case for the FGL token. And it's within their portfolio. It is initially talked about or worked with on the Cardano blockchain. So now they're expanding to the WAX blockchain and teaming up with, like I said, a great studio that's put out some quality projects on WAX. So I'm pretty excited about this. The video is going to go ahead and cover multiple things. It's going to give you a very high level idea of the storyline behind the game itself, talk about the game, and then really there's going to be two tokens. As I mentioned, FGL will be used quite a bit within the game itself. Then I'll talk to you at the end about a drop that's coming up for the land. Everybody loves a land drop. And also a way you can go ahead and win, potentially win some raffle tickets and win some really cool prizes from the teams. So let's go ahead and dive into it. As far as the story goes, oh boy, there's a lot of lore with this one. I'm not going to go through every single detail as far as the lore goes. I highly encourage you to go ahead and check out the site. I'll have a link in the description down below, so you can go ahead, click here, and read through all this. Like I said, they put a lot of effort and time into the lore itself. What I want to do is just give you a very high level summary of the story, let you go in through the details because I know a lot of people really enjoy the lore. So I'll just give you a quick snippet. Essentially, this is based in the future where humanity has really come together and had centuries and centuries of good living, where they basically outgrew the Earth, so they started expanding to other planets. Within the other planets, they met other hostile aliens, we'll call it. They were able to defeat all those and really got to the point where they had no more enemies within the solar system. They had established on different planets and they started creating some factions. And it got to a point where some of the factions started fighting each other because they had no one else to fight, and there's greed. Obviously, people wanted to own more land, and essentially the factions started attacking each other, and it caused some great distress on the overall communities and factions and where they were living. And it got to the point where there's a number of messiahs, obviously, that came out that tried to bring everybody together. It failed until they ran into a new enemy on a distant planet, Ozar. So that's the base of the story. A lot of these factions broken up into individual factions, started fighting each other, and then they all have a common enemy on a distant planet called Ozar. So they all load up on a ship, and they go to basically conquer this planet and take out this enemy. So that's where the story really begins. You're flying on the Machiavellic over to this Ozar planet. Then you're going to go ahead and try and take them out. So it's basically you have an open world planet, and you can go in and do essentially what you want to do as far as the MMO goes. That's the basic story. There's a whole lot more that comes to this, and I'm not going to go through all the details because this could take a whole video in itself as far as digging through that. I'll let you go ahead and talk through it, but I wanted to highlight some of the factions. And it's neat because some of the factions are really connected with some of the partnering projects. You're going to go ahead and see right here, Outlaw Troopers. Most people that are watching this video are familiar with that. We got Mecha World over here. And then you have some other ones that are out there as far as other projects that they've partnered up with. And with the partner projects, you get additional skills that go along with it. And we'll talk about that a little bit more when we get to the gameplay. But I wanted to kind of show you that there are different factions out there. So there's different projects that are connected to this on both Cardano and obviously on WAX with Outlaw Troopers and Mecha World, plus maybe some additional ones that are coming from FGL down the road. So I wanted to highlight that. Now let's actually talk about the game itself and what they're building out for the game itself. The game is, like I said, it's going to be an MMO. Open world sandbox style thing. They do say in the description that is the first open world sandbox. I'm not sure I would agree with that, but it's going to be one of the first once it's available. And I think it's going to add a whole lot of depth to the WAX blockchain as far as more games that are long term and really focused on this MMO approach, which is a very difficult genre when you come to that type of game, because it takes a long time to build. You got to also build up your fan base, so it can be a struggle. But I think it's neat that there's more projects that are taking this on, and it makes me a whole lot more optimistic that they're picking WAX as one of the blockchains that they want to build on. So it's helping out quite a bit. So essentially, what they're trying to say here, you're going to essentially be able to start with this assassin robot and build it however you want to build it. There are no predetermined classes in this. So you can customize it however you want as you're going through the game. So understand that as we're talking through this. They're also taking a focus on getting rid of the predatory monetization styles with the microtransactions and the ads. So I wanted to highlight that. So they're trying to work around that. I'm curious to see how it all works out. But I wanted to scroll down here as far as some of the features because it gets very interesting. Like I said, you are going to this brand new planet called Ozar. So you're going to have the ability as guilds and as groups to go ahead and conquer and claim certain territories throughout this planet. You're going to go ahead, the different play styles. We won't go into that too much. You can go ahead and earn different types of equipment. I think they said there's thousands of different types of equipment that they're planning for that you can go ahead and get, which will allow you to customize your character however you want. It's 3D, so it's not like you're just clicking and waiting. So you're actually interacting and strategizing and skill-based style gameplay. As far as earning the income and as far as you have the ability to build out however you want to build it out. Community development. There's going to be a lot of voting as far as most online games or most Web 3.0 games. They look to the community for help as far as suggestions they'll provide and put votes on and that type of thing. And like I said, there's no predetermined classes, so you can really adjust your character to be anything. Like if you get in there and you don't like the one play style and the equipment that you have, you can go ahead and adjust to some other type, a tanky or an assassin or a healer or something like that. You don't just level up one character if you don't like it and then have to switch to a new one. So the gameplay sounds like it's going to be interesting. Again, I have not played it. I have not seen clips of it yet. So this is all predetermined from what I'm seeing from the website and talking to different people. But it looks super interesting. I want to go back to the homepage because I wanted to show one thing that I did see here. As I mentioned, you can customize your character however you want. I wish I could go ahead. Let me see if I can open this up a little bit closer. Nope. That is not what I wanted. I want this. But like you can see it here is you're going to have different types of equipment that you go ahead and add to your character to adjust it to whatever your play style is. So that's neat to see. Plus they're going to have thousands and thousands of different abilities and weapons and armor classes and things like that. So there's going to be a lot of variety of this. It's not just a one-stop shop style of game. So that I wanted to focus on that. And the last thing I wanted to talk about, I shouldn't say the last thing on their website that I wanted to address was the tokenomics. And I normally don't talk about tokenomics a lot on new games because one, I don't know how it's going to function. They can say one thing and it can change. The reason I wanted to focus on this is because it's looping in the FGL tokens. So it's giving another use case for FGL if you play Outlaw Troopers, Cosmic Clash, Mecha World, Blockchain Heroes, or any of the other games from the FGL side. This is going to help out because it's going to give another use case for that FGL, which I love. I love that there are studios that are using the same token across multiple projects. So I'm super excited about that. As far as this game goes, there are 2 tokens in it. You got the MAC, I think that's how you say it, which is going to be like the high level token for the game that gives you voting rights, that gives you access to the high tier equipment and crafting that. It's going to be very hard to get within the game itself. They're actually doing a drop here shortly, which I'll talk about here in a second, around how you can go ahead and get land, which gives you some passive of this token. So it's going to be very limited. We'll just say that. The token that's going to be used most in the game is going to be the FGL token, where they're going to be able to use that as far as most economy, basically the in-game economy is going to be mostly around the FGL with some of the other token in there. You earn FGL as far as doing the various activities within the games, quests, mining, dismantling and destroying equipment. So you have a number of different ways to get the FGL within the game, and it's going to be used a lot within the game. So those are the 2 tokens that are going to be there. FGL is going to be used the most. Mech is going to be what's on top of that as far as, I said Mech, I will say. As far as the overall token, very hard to get with a supply of 1 billion. But they're going to go ahead and use it as far as the high tier items that are within the game itself. All right. I highly encourage you, if this game sounds at all interesting to you, go ahead, 2 things. Check out the Discords. The FGL now has a separate section for it. They also have their own Discord. In addition to that, go ahead and check out their website. They have a lot of information around here. I barely touched it. As you can see, as I'm going through each of these, they have additional drop downs. They have a full light paper. As we get closer to the actual launch itself, it's going to be interesting to take a look at. I lied. I'm actually going to take a look at one more thing because I wanted to show you the roadmap. It's not just a quick 1-month development and then they're done. They have a plan out here and it's detailed. It is detailed as far as you're going through for years. Again, this kind of goes with the Avalon approach where they're looking for the very long term to have a game that's sustainable and long-term vision that they can expand and really make the foundation of a Web 3.0. So you can see it goes all the way out past 2027, and especially the 2024 next year. It is detailed. It's not just we're going to create a website, we're going to give access, we're going to do alpha, we're going to sell 10,000 drops, and we're going to move forward. They actually have detail as far as the marketplace and the in-game stuff goes. So it's neat to see them go into that much detail. So again, I'll have a link in the description down below as far as the game itself goes, and I encourage you to take a deeper look at it. I will be taking a deeper look at it and keeping an eye on this. So let's go ahead and talk about 2 things. I mentioned previously that they do have a drop coming up here. So let's talk about the drop. And after I talk about the drop, I am going to mention about the raffle. As I told you, I'm going to go ahead and do some giveaways for raffle tickets. And the raffles have some incredible prizes. So we'll talk about that here very briefly. So hang on for a few more minutes. Let's first of all talk about the drops itself. They're going to have 2 different drops out there. They have one on the 20th and they're going to have one on the 21st. The 20th is the one that I'm personally most interested in because this is the land. This is the land for the game, and there's only 70 of those that are going to be available as far as the land goes. They're calling it the FGL OG Pass Pack. So as part of this, you're going to get what's called the land, which is going to give you a lot of different things within the game. And you can go ahead and check on, I'll go ahead and click on this, which shows you they will have 2 sales with this. They're going to have the whitelist ones. Essentially, the whitelist ones, they're categorizing it as landowners, FGL landowners, and that's that mecha version of it, plus regular players of Cosmic Clash, Mecha World, and Outlaw Troopers. So that's how you get whitelisted for it. You should be able to go there and see if you're already whitelisted for it. If you're not and you feel like you should be, go ahead and check. Reach out to Roger. He'll be able to help you out with anything and confirm or deny your request to be whitelisted. So that'll kick off on the 20th at 9 a.m. Eastern, which is my time. That's why you're seeing it that way. And the public drops kicks off at 10 a.m. Eastern on the 20th. And again, that's going to be 2 different types of packs that are going to drop. You have the OG Pass Pack, which there will be 70 of those, and it's going to cost $2,150. It's a high price, I get it, but it's the land of the game. And the cool thing about these items is if I go ahead and click on this, you're going to go ahead and see that the land is going to give you a number of different things. It's going to give you passive of the mech, and this is the token that I mentioned that is going to be very hard to get at times. So you're going to be able to get that, plus some in-game items, plus some discounts, plus some staking rewards, things like that. So it comes with a lot of different benefits, not just the land itself. Each of the 70 packs is actually broken down into 3 rarities. So you're going to have the chance to get one of 3 rarities. The lower rarity is going to be the gold, and there's going to be 40 of those. Then there's 20 platinums, and then there's 10 diamonds. And there's a significant difference between the diamonds and the gold as far as the token rewards that you're going to get. You can see it down here. If you are lucky enough to get a diamond, you're going to get 24,500 of that token that I had mentioned. And it goes all the way down to the gold is going to be 5,500, which is still good, which is still really good to have because you're going to use it within the game. But that diamond, I think everybody's going to want the diamond for that one. So that's one pack that you're going to be able to have the ability to get on the 20th. Then you're going to have the marketplace shard packs, which you can go through the details of this. As far as the shard goes, there's going to be 100 of those. I'm sorry, 50 of those available. And it's going to be 1,600 wax for those. In addition to that sale on the 20th, they're going to have another sale that's going to be on the 21st. And what this sale is going to do is it's going to drop the officer packs. And you can go through the details of that, plus some more shard packs that'll be available. But the officer packs are going to be the interesting ones. So they're actually going to be the playable characters within the game. So you have the opportunity on the 21st, again, similar style, where they have the whitelisting and the public drop. In order to be whitelisted for this sale, you actually have to be an OG NFT owner, which comes from up here. So you have to get the sale on the 20th to be whitelisted for the sale on the 21st. So be aware of that. If you're not able to get whitelisted for that, it's an hour later. So they'll still have some packs available for you. Most likely they'll have some packs available for you. And they'll come in 2 different types of packs. They'll have a 3 in a pack or 5 in a pack for the whitelisted, and they're going to be slightly cheaper. So be aware of that. As far as if you're OG, you get a 25% discount. So that's the big thing, is they're going to be cheaper if you're able to get that whitelist. And then they're going to have some shard packs available also, maximum 50 supply. So those are the 2 sales that are going on, and they're going to be very key when it comes to the game once it's released. Again, the sale on the 20th is going to be the land sale that goes along with it. This is really, I have a feeling, and I could be wrong, and this is pure speculation, that these OG landowners or the OG pass is going to be the whitelist for items in the future. So be aware of that. There's only 70 of those. And then on the 21st, they're going to go ahead and sell the officers, which are the in-game characters. You can go through the white paper and read about all of that. Maybe I'll go ahead and do a separate video just on the officers and the differences between them. Let me know if that's something that you'd be interested in. All right, that's what I'm going to talk about as far as the game goes. Let's talk about the raffle. But before I talk about the raffle, one more thing. Go ahead in the comments down below. Let me know if it's something that you think you might be interested. It seems really interesting to me. Definitely something that I'm going to personally keep an eye on. Not only the partnership with FGL, but also it seems like a very interesting game concept that I'm going to that I'd want to try out. Definitely want to test it out. So let's talk about the raffle. They have a number of raffles that are coming up here. They have the raffle on the 12th, they have the raffle on the 15th, and they have a raffle on the 19th. And what you can see is the rewards for these raffles are pretty cool. You're going to get a major from the Mecha world. There's lieutenants. These are the officers that are within the game. That are playable characters. So you're going to go ahead and see those. You got Avalon, you got Patch, you got Quits that are available. You got FGL that are available. You got some Mecha NFTs that are available. So there's a ton of prizes that are going to be available in here. The way that you're going to be able to get access to these prizes is through raffle tickets. There's a number of different ways to get raffle tickets. You can go ahead and join AMA sessions where they'll go ahead and be giving some of them out. There also are a number of, if you own an FGL overall metaverse land, you went ahead and got a free one airdrop to you. Or you can go ahead and get them on the secondary market. Or you can go ahead and join my Discord. I'm going to be going ahead and giving away 10 of these. As you can see, I have 10 of these raffle tickets. I'm going to probably do 2 separate giveaways. I'm going to do 5 and 5. We'll say that. I'll probably kick off maybe by the time you're watching this, there'll already be one kicked off. So go ahead and check it out in the Discord if you haven't already entered. And then we'll go ahead and do one at the end of this week for 5 more additional raffle tickets. Obviously, if you get the raffle tickets at the end of this week, you will probably only be able to join the last raffle that's available. So I apologize, but I wanted to spread them out so everybody has an opportunity. But so just go ahead and check out the Discord. Most likely there is already one of the raffles going on right now. So you can go ahead and be able to win some of the raffle tickets. Again, if you go to my Discord and you go to the giveaway section, that's where you'll see all the giveaways that are going on. So I'm going to go ahead and give away 10 of these raffle tickets. So you have the ability to go ahead and win one of these great prizes. Ability, not guaranteed. But another thing, again, just a quick recap. This game looks very interesting to me. They have some drops coming up here on the 20th and 21st. This is your chance to go ahead and get some of the OG passes, which are going to be incredibly limited at 70 only on the WAX blockchain. So it's definitely a great opportunity if it's right for you. Again, not financial advice. Make sure you do your own research. You know this video. You read the disclaimer at the beginning of this video. So I want to go ahead and mention that. I hope you all have a great day. Let me know in the comments down below if this is a game that you're going to be interested in, and if I should do more videos on it. I'll be happy to. Like I said, I'm interested in it, so most likely you're going to get more videos anyway. But I hope you all have a great day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.